Hey everybody, this is Chris from Paramount Retirement Solutions, and first of all, I'd like to say congratulations. Congratulations on making it to 65, bridging the gap to your first eligibility into Medicare, or at least for most of you, and now you're probably trying to figure out what to do. For just about everybody 65 these days, you're bombarded with phone calls. You're getting maybe 10, 12 phone calls a day. If you're that close to your turning 65 date, your birthday. Other than that, you're getting tons of stuff in the mail. You're getting letters from all kinds of different insurance companies, all kinds of different people trying to sell you insurance on telling you the best way to go. So for most people that I work with, you're completely confused by every piece of mail that comes in. You're frustrated every time your phone rings, and you tend to let that person know if you ever do answer the phone. So this is going to be a 5-part video series on just educating you and kind of holding your hand through the process on what should I do now that I'm going to be coming on Medicare. This first video is just to let you know how to sign up for Medicare, even if you need to sign up at all. The second video is just going to let you know how Medicare works, basically what it's going to cover, and then it's going to highlight where the gaps in Medicare are, which will transition into the third video and the third and fourth video are actually going to be about the different types of supplemental insurance that you can get to fill in those gaps of Medicare. There's basically going to be two types. There's going to be Medicare supplements and Medicare Advantage plans, and we're going to talk about the pros and cons of both. And then the last video is just going to be about how you make your decision, what's important for you, what are your healthcare needs, what's going to be your budget, and just finding a plan and an option that's going to work best for you. So we're going to kind of distill everything about Medicare. There's so much to it. We could talk about it for a week and not cover everything. So we're going to take the most important points about Medicare, which you need to focus on at 65, and really distill it down to the things that you need to know to make your decision. So the first step in figuring out what you need to do, very simply, is signing up for Medicare, right? However, if you are drawing any type of Social Security income, you're going to be automatically signed up for Medicare. So your effective day of Medicare is going to be on the first day in the month in which you turn 65. So for example, if your birthday is June 6th, your Medicare effective date is going to be June 1st. If it's June 26th, it's still going to be June 1st. The only exception is if your birthday is on the first day of the month. So again, using that June example, if your birthday is on June 1st, your Medicare effective date is actually going to be May 1st. When you get your Medicare card, like I mentioned, if you're drawing any type of Social Security, you're going to be signed up for Medicare automatically. You don't even need to sign up. So that's just kind of one step that you don't even need to do. You're going to be automatically signed up. You get your Medicare card in the mail. It's going to automatically come about 3.5 months before your Medicare effective date. So if your Medicare effective date is June 1st, you're going to get your card about halfway through February. Keep an eye out for it. It's going to say something like Social Security Administration or possibly Department of Health and Human Services in the corner. Just open your mail up and keep an eye out for your Medicare card. It's going to be a red, white, and blue stripe at the top, and it's going to have some sensitive information on there. So definitely make sure you find that card and hang on to it. So if you're not drawing Social Security, there's 3 ways that you can sign up for Medicare. Keep in mind, however, that you can't sign up for Medicare more than 3 months before your effective date. So if your birthday is in June, your effective date's June 1st, you can't sign up before March 1st. However, anytime March 1st through June 1st, you can sign up for Medicare. It'll become effective June 1st. So the 3 ways that you can sign up if you're not drawing Social Security. The first way is to go to medicare.gov. So enrolling online is actually going to be the quickest and easiest way to sign up for Medicare, and we can do so at medicare.gov. I just wanted to take you through the first few steps here to show you how to get started. So if we click on the button here, Apply for Medicare, this green button here on the left side of the page, that will take us over to the Social Security Administration web page. And there's a lot of great resources on this page. One of them is this link to apply for Medicare in less than 10 minutes. It's just a quick several page document that kind of shows you how to go through the process. If we scroll down in the page toward the bottom, what we want to click is to apply for Medicare only. So we're going to do that. Click on that link. This shows how to get started. There is a link here that tells you what information you're going to need to get started. Basically, it's just going to be things like your birth certificate, information about existing coverage you have through an employer or a group plan, things like that. So if we just go to start a new application, and let's just say you're applying for yourself, we'll click that option. You enter one of the two options here, whether or not you're blind or visually impaired. Let's say that you're not. We're going to click that button and then hit next. And that's about as far as we can get here without entering your personal information. So that is how to get started. The second method that you can sign up, if you're not comfortable doing it online, you want to talk to a person, talk to an agent to help you through it, just call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213. Again, keep in mind it can't be more than 3 months before your effective date. So give them a call anytime within that 3-month window before. It's going to start the first day of your birth month. And the last option, if you don't want to call, if you want to see somebody in person, just go down to your local Social Security office. It's probably be better to make an appointment first. That way you're not going to have to wait in line for an hour or two. Another thing is keep in mind that a lot of offices have been closing. A lot of those brick and mortar facilities have been closing. So make sure the office you want to see is located reasonably nearby, it's still open, and definitely make an appointment if you can. And just keep in mind, you may not need to sign up for Medicare. If you still have coverage options either through your employer or your spouse's employer, you definitely need to check with your HR department, their benefits department. Ask them if they require that you either sign up for Medicare Part A and or Medicare Part B. If they don't require you sign up for Part B, you're going to be wasting money generally by signing up for it, and it's going to give you more options when you finally do retire and get your own supplemental insurance. Another thing to keep in mind, because you're automatically signed up for Medicare, if you're drawing Social Security income, in that instance, you need to follow the directions on the back of the form that comes with your Medicare card. Say you don't want medical insurance, send it back to them so they don't sign you up for Part B automatically and they don't start taking out the Medicare Part B premium out of your check. So the next video in the series is going to go into what does Medicare cover and what are the gaps in that coverage, and then the videos after that will talk about how to find a supplemental insurance that'll fill those gaps.